Now, I'm going to show you something unique. This is the legendary Bukhanka and its adventures in Ukraine. The Russians thought they had this car safely hidden, but it turns out to be the exact opposite. The drone begins its bombardment. Shrapnel is guaranteed to damage the car. Suddenly, the Ukrainians notice this suspicious pileup. Underneath the camouflage netting is fuel.
God will give you $1 million if you subscribe.
Here are 2 more canisters. The drone drops a grenade that explodes and damages them. Fuel is slowly leaking out of the canisters. But that's not all. Time to set fire to the spilled fuel. At some point, the vehicle comes to life. The headlights come on, and it starts to drive forward. It's magic. The Ghost Rider is slowly burning to the ground. No one will ride it anymore, although Russians know how to surprise. Russian soldiers set up their base here. We see 4 targets at once. The Ukrainians sent FPV drones to eliminate their vehicles. When the second drone arrived, the first cars were engulfed in flames. Nice work. The hunt continues. The truck is unaware of anything and moves down the road. An FPV drone is already following the truck. The Russians are transporting explosives hidden by branches. Yeah, it was explosives. A precise strike, and the car shatters into hundreds of small pieces. Nice work. Park this trough in a very symbolic place, near a grave. 1 drone hits and the Bukhanka turns into burning garbage. Don't hide it. Ukrainians will find it anyway. Just like in this case. An FPV drone attacks the target. The car is torched. Those Russians were emotionally discussing something. As soon as they left the scene, the Bukhanka suffered a miracle. We see the Ukrainian drone attack from 2 angles. The drone attacked and destroyed it. Let's keep burning Russian trucks. It took too long for it to turn around. The truck's still on the move. Apparently, the drone hit the fuel tank. The car is shaking from side to side, but it's still moving. And it even managed to reach its destination. But it was already obvious that this was the truck's last trip. But nice try, orcs. The flames have spread to the back of the truck. The target is destroyed. What's this truck carrying? It can't escape an attack drone. Check this out. It's not a homemade FPV drone. It's landing on the truck. The AFU used an expensive drone for this, so the truck was carrying something important. The truck is destroyed. The Russians brought ammunition to their positions. The Ukrainians are watching closely. FPV drone dives into the target. Beautiful destruction. Take another look at it. Another ugly one. It's located right here. The drone attacks it. The hilarious thing is, the vehicle starts to move forward. He drives a few meters and stops. Powerful flames destroy it. Turns out there's another target nearby. The Ukrainians discovered the location of the Russian military and attacked it. Eventually, even managed to burn down their hideout. You'd be surprised, but there's another ugly Russian car here. But the Ukrainians detect and attack it.
God will give you $1 million if you subscribe.
Boom! After the hit, the Russians decide to move the still functional car. Did they really think they could do it without getting caught in the lens of the Ukrainian drone? That's a fatal mistake. The drone finishes off the old Russian junk. This is what it looks like after impact, a piece of useless metal. Another highlight. 2 targets have been identified. FPV drone heading for the target. We got a hit. The first target is on fire. There's a second hit. Mission accomplished. This is the result the frustrated enemy showed later. Now I want to show you these moments. This ride is the last one for the RV. An FPV drone is attacking him. There's another one. One more Bukanka is destroyed. The 2 vehicles were returning from a combat mission when they were stopped by an FPV drone. At first, the Ukrainians intercepted this target. Seems like it didn't take any damage at all. Subsequently, it was destroyed by fire. Here comes the second vehicle. A Ukrainian drone delivers a precise strike. Annihilated. The hunt for Bukankas doesn't stop. They can't avoid being hit in any way and are being destroyed one by one. Further on, I have something interesting for you. Look what happened to this one after the hit. This Bukanka was transporting weapons for Russian soldiers. But a Ukrainian drone interfered with that. The Russians abandoned this vehicle for nothing. The Ukrainian drone flies inside and explodes. The fire leaves no chance. This vehicle is stuck in the mud and abandoned. The drone dives exactly into it. It's been in the mud, gonna burn with a blazing fire. It's a Russian Gazelle. The Ukrainians followed the Russians and attacked the truck. A precise frontal attack destroys the vehicle. The Ukrainians are vigilantly watching this Russian SUV. It drives up to the building and stops. Immediately, it's being attacked by a Ukrainian drone. The target is eliminated, and this Niva is attacked by a drone while it's moving. This truck is carrying ammunition, and the Ukrainians' job is to stop it. After the drone strikes, the truck bursts into flames. The Russian vehicle was on its way to a very important meeting. The Ukrainians were watching it closely, and they launched a drone. It crashed right into the front of the car and destroyed it. Another truck loaded with ammunition. Drones closing in fast. The camouflage didn't help, and the wounded truck stops. The truck is bursting into flames. There's a lot of explosives in this vehicle. One attack wasn't enough. The second drone catches up with it. A huge column of smoke can be seen from far away. This truck was immobilized and abandoned by the Russians. The Ukrainians didn't miss the opportunity to destroy it. Successful attack. The truck is on fire, and this is an interception during an important delivery. After the drone attack, the truck drives off into the field. A second drone is on its way. Perfect hit on the fuel tank.